to get any further, I have another question of Renee, because I just need for her to think about it. When you say you want to pizzazz it, you want to make it modern, you want it new and with it, think about what you mean by that. Do you want more color, more bright, more a modern look-see feel? I was looking at the content and reading it. It's very pedantic. Do you want the content to be pushed as a marketing tool? Think about these things, because there are people here who can kind of pizzazz up the content a little bit, put it out, and even teach you all maybe a tool how to write this way so you can get the point across. So is that what you want? I mean, it's not bad. It's not nothing wrong with being pedantic, but I'm just saying, is that where you want to go?
Putting a fresh coat of paint on it.
Yeah.
It's only does so much.
I think that's a good point, because see, we live and breathe and work in this arena, and having you all look at it is more like the general public taking a look at it and giving us that kind of feedback. I think that's invaluable.
Because I'm a disability advocate, many people may, I mean, you know how long I've been doing this. I really truly like all the pages to be just as good as any other page. Accessibility is really not an issue anymore. It's just a coding issue. That's all it is. And so you make a choice. This is what I want. Make a wish list, and we see what we can put into it. Is this doable? Is it not doable? Is it functional for your environment? You're using your servers, because they are going to have issues that you may not be able to do very comfortably because you're using your server, because of speed and all of that good stuff.
I like to ask about
you can probably answer this. If we have hidden or collapsed content, will the screen reader not?
Depends on how it's designed.
Okay.
I can design it either way, but it'll look exactly the same for everybody. It's a coding issue, back-end coding issue.
I've got a question about updating the information. How many people need to be able to get in and update content? Are there just a few people, or is it like you want everybody on the staff to be able to update?
It would be just a few select people that would be able to, that we would like to see do that. And on the youth side and on the other aspects of it, it would be probably no more than 3.
Well, with WordPress, it's really nice because you can actually assign different roles. So you can have people that can't get into the, they can get to the admin, but they can't get to like the theme or widgets or whatever. They can only access content. So you can really limit what people are able to change. Okay. So it makes it pretty straightforward.
So is WordPress a good direction?
I think for this, it's really the main thing that should be discussed for sure.
Can we pump it out of Dreamweaver into WordPress?
It's copying and pasting.
That's just the thing.
Copy and paste.
Like, it's going to be a lot of copy and paste because these are all flat files.
Oh, that's my work. I can do that.
Judy, I'm hiring you after this meeting.
There's going to be a lot of things.
What do y'all use for calendaring? For what?
They don't right now.
I don't think they do. It looks
they
like
don't.
They're just adding it to a blank page.
I have no idea what that
To schedule events. So you're just listing events, right?
They don't have it right now.
Yeah, it's just a list.
That just goes through our alert system.
You have something called staff login. Is that a password protected login?
Staff login.
Oh, staff login. Gosh, I forgot what that's about. We're going to find out.
No, it's email.
No, you can get an email.
What's email?
It's not a free, isn't it?
Can I ask a question?
Go for it.
Sure.
Yeah.
When you say your own server,
Yeah.
Yes,
what does that mean?
We have a server in our office.
That's what
They don't use
why?
Why?
Can I ask why?
Why?
Let's consider how they're going to use
That's a good question.
I guess my question is
Well,
why not?
that's what I was
So,
thinking.
well, my question, there's 2 issues. There's uptime,
Yeah,
and then there's disaster recovery.
yeah.
I don't know what you keep on that server, but what happens if that server goes down? Are you backing up any databases on it? Are you storing that information then off-site?
Our database that we use is in Utah. I mean, it's
On a
backed up
hosted,
in Utah.
It's backed up to Utah. Okay.
Yeah, in Utah somewhere. But as far as our website being backed up off our server, holding our breath.
Okay.
DreamHost.
Anything.
Free hosting.
Yeah.
Go into
For
hosting.
nonprofits.
Don't hold us. That's
Yeah,
what I'm
I
saying.
think-
You get
I mean,
restricted
that
because it's
should be
your
a
website.
conversation we have at some point.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, try to get you on your feet immediately on
Right,
your
yeah.
own
right,
server,
right, right,
and then
right.
include as a discussion the decision point
But,
Right.
yeah.
to host it.
We've
But in
never
this-
had this discussion.
Sure. So-
Never.
So let me, for instance, I have servers,
Yeah,
but they're actually like basically virtual computers,
right,
and they sit in a data center in Chicago, Illinois.
right.
And if one goes down, I spin up a copy of that same server and it's right back up. So there's new technology that you might want to think about. And for a basic server, as far as like running Linux, you're looking at like $20 a month.
Or less.
Or less.
Yeah.
One
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
one.com or something.
Yeah.
But or if you just even do shared hosting,
Yeah.
which is just what
Oh yeah,
the
that's
majority
like
of the people
dollars a
do.
month.
But that's not even. I mean, if you go to DreamHost, it's nothing a month.
Month.
Like
Yeah.
it's
Zero.
free
Yeah.
for nonprofits. So what's nice about that is that they have the support to take care of problems if something happens, and they have backups.
Yeah.
So
Don't they
you're
also-
not
yeah.
you're not personally responsible for. And the thing is that if your website goes down, if something happens, your website is gone. And or down. I mean, you might have a backup on someone's hard drive because maybe you
Right.
have it through DreamHost or
Dreamweaver.
Dreamweaver. You're going to
Yeah.
have actual hard copies of it,
Yeah.
but you're not going to have any database backups for that.
I would also ask, kind of dovetailing on his comment about taking money, the ability to take money instead of you doing it yourself. It seems intuitive to me that there ought to be, some processing that you could just link out. You could give somebody a link to a commercial site that does that kind of money taking.
PayPal does it.
PayPal.
PayPal is pretty good.
They
Yeah.
have,
Do the process.
they have a special thing for nonprofits as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
So if
There's
you're
a
a
question over
nonprofit,
here.
you definitely just send it to them.
You have a question?
Earlier, yeah, actually,
Okay.
I was gonna save it for later when we actually had action steps, but I think something to think about is for you guys to take some time to look through the internet at other websites that you like, maybe
I was just gonna
organizations
say
that
Yeah.
that do the same work you do.
Yeah.
Organizations, or maybe they're not related, but organizations whose website you like,
Yeah.
just for you to get an idea of what's out there and what you like. And also, if you can give us examples of organizations that do, or websites that have the accessibility thing down, so that we can look at them. And
Sure,
when it
okay.
comes time to like coding and stuff, we can kind of like look at best.
Great.
Best
And as a
practices.
designer, it helps me visually know kind of, 'cause people are like, well, I like things that look like this, but unless you have some examples of it, it really helps the designers in the room get an idea of where you're coming from and like what you guys would like to see out of your website
Yeah.
as well.
So let me just make a suggestion here. I would say, and I'm following along the same thought process, for you to think about, Google disability, and then just start looking. If you know of organizations that that serve disabled people, but then just try to flip through as many websites as you can of people who do roughly the same kind of thing you do.
Sure.
And so I mean, Google is great for that.
Yeah.
And then just bookmark, the ones that you like, and then you can go back to them and then say, okay, well, I thought that was great, but now I'm like 25 down. Oh, this one was really much better. So then you end up with about 10 that are just like the websites that if you could have a website that
Of
looked
your
like that,
dreams.
it would just be so cool.
Sure.
Okay, so we're getting close to 10 minutes up.
I have
Uh,
one
yes.
last question.
Go.
Do you have any